evening. Greetings from the Institute of Global Professionals. Greetings from the Institute of Global Professionals. Thank you all joining us and staying with us till the end. Honorable knowledge seekers, today I'm your host for the evening. My name is Anana. I'm from Bangladesh. Dear knowledge seekers, I am proud to be associated with IGP. IGP is a social awareness certified international educational and trade institute. In the last 3 years, we have already served 35 million plus knowledge seekers from 100 plus countries. IGP is internationally recognized and globally accredited. We are connected to more than 450 plus professions and 4,500 plus organizations. Institute of Global Professionals IGP is a training facility for skill development which was founded in 2020 and is guaranteeing competent candidates to meet demand in the global labor market by providing professional qualifications. The Institute of Global Professionals is an education institute that provides social work globally recognized and reputable. We serve students and community resources providing holistic social work and education. We believe that it's not effective to increase one skill just by ignoring formal education. So, we provide effective training and consultation to generate proficient generations all over the world. We distribute our services locally, nationally, and internationally to students, job seekers, job holders, and also for learners to respective campus locations and distance learning platform. We are an occupational and dependable institution. IGP is one of the famous online institutes from all over the world. Our vision is education isn't a business product, it's a part of our human rights. Based on our vision, we are trying to reach all corners of the world for free webinars, seminar courses, awards, quiz competitions, and monitoring and counseling, etc. On the other side, we are also trying to offer more than 100 premium services for free, like creating our portfolio website, resume builder, cover letter, motivational letter, and one knowledge platform for gathering general knowledge which can update all day. Kids learning games website, free courses, converter sites, and many more. We help to empower you to learn to meet the expectations and dreams and become highly skilled people. We implement several training program, webinar, and offline online courses for you, the learner, by professional trainers, speakers, and coaches. Our sessions are conducted by globally renowned professionals to develop all kinds of youth and promote the education of the abilities and personalities. Spreading knowledge is crucial for the Institute of Global Professionals. We believe that knowledge is love, light, and vision. So, we try to understand the needs of today's generation and will serve them with good research and practice methods. We must have a genuine concern for the learners. We represent more diversity, growth, and innovation are required. To lead a session with professionalism, passion, and integrity, IGP members are committed to offering effective, best quality services and continual improvements so that individuals who seek information can improve their skill levels and value. Before we move to the next, let me remind, don't forget to share, tag, and mention your friend in the comment box. Your support is very valuable to us. Thank you. Before we move to the next, let me remind, don't forget to share, tag, and mention your friend in the comment box. Your support is very valuable to us. Thank you. Moving to the next, with your continuous support, we have already completed 2,367 webinars successfully. Moving to the next, with your continuous support, we have already completed 2,367 webinars successfully. Dear IGP speakers, participants, and well wishers, at this moment, this is a very important message for you all. We changed and designed our website www.eduygp.com. On this website, we have surprises for everyone. Hope you will be benefited. We already launched our new website, however, you can find all of our previous activities together. With lots of new features, but one strong point is that without an account or logged in, you cannot enjoy our services. So, create an account for once with your proper information. Note that with your proper information, you will enjoy all features. With mismatches data, you can do anything here. From now on, you have to participate in live quiz competitions on our website. We replace slide. We have to join directly on our website. Now you can check all of our previous webinars with verified certificates. Now it's easier and time oriented because after this session, we will not provide you with any code for certification. You have to take part in one exam. After that, if you passed, you will receive your certificate, otherwise not. But you can take part in an exam unlimited till you pass. If you are an IGP speaker, you can download your previous certificate speakership certificate. If you are a host of IGP, you can download your certificate of gratitude. If you are an online quiz competition winner, you can download your certificate of participation. If you are selected for a lifetime membership, then you can download a certificate of lifetime membership easily. Besides this, if you participate in any award function which organize combined support with IGP, you can download that also. You can instantly prep and download 18 type of STEM certificate from our website within a minute. Certificate of Global Professionals is a training facility Global Professional Membership, Certificate of Global Influencer during the pandemic, Certificate of Active Knowledge Seeker, Certificate of Social Activist during the pandemic, Certificate of Social Achievement IGP Knowledge Seeking Campaign 2020, Certificate of Achievement IGP Knowledge Seeking Campaign 2021, Certificate of Achievement IGP Knowledge Seeking Campaign 2022. Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 1 Authentic Assessment in Teaching Learning, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 2 Teaching English as a Foreign Language and Assessment, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 3 Digital Classroom Engagement 2 Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 4 The New Trends in Education, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 5 Upskilling Organizational Leadership and Managerial Skills, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 6 Trends in Innovation in Mathematics Education, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 7 Research a Comprehensive Approach, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 8 Art in Teaching a Special Program India, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 9 21st Century Tools in Teaching Mathematics, Certificate of IGP Corporate Ambassador, or Certificate of IGP Campus Ambassador, which you can prepare and download and within a minute. From now on, you can participate in 1000 plus international level quizzes with verified e-certificates. Teaching tips for teachers, health tips for parents, health tips for teens, gamification tools for teachers. You can join IGP Alumni. You can check out our 50 plus premium services websites for free and many more. Dear IGP evaluations, we promised previously, but lack of our technical issues, we are late sending you on time. This is a great opportunity to collect your previous credential. We solve all issues from our website. Now you can enroll, reset password, everything. You can check your dashboard for all webinar details. It's a cordial request to you. Check all buttons and pages on our website. Surely I can say you will be benefited. Thank you, but note that without any account or logged in, you cannot enjoy our services. At present, we are going to start our program the 2366 and webinar name is Stress Management and our honorable speaker is Ma'am Sadio Parveen, and now is a very important moment for me to invite our speaker to IGP with her presentation. Hello ma'am.
Hello, hello.
Yes ma'am, hope you are doing great ma'am. Ma'am, on behalf of IGP Knowledge Seekers wants to hear from you about you ma'am. Now the stage is yours and over to you ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you ma'am.
A very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to one and all who are watching this webinar. Myself, Sadia Parveen, working as a senior project associate in IIT Kanpur and intern trainee at Antriksh India. Thank you, IGP, for giving me this opportunity to express my views on one of the most important topic that we all are dealing today, regardless of our age, occupation, or background, that is stress. In this fast-paced technological world, every day we are feeling lot of stress, whether it is due to the work of school, relationship, or personal expectation. Stress can impact our mental, emotional, and physical well being. Understanding stress is crucial because while a certain amount of stress can be motivating and can even necessary for our survival too, but excess amount of stress can lead to serious health problems, including anxiety, depression, heart diseases, and other conditions. Before going to start my topic, I would like to highlight some of the point related to stress. What is stress? What are the reason for the stress? And what are the different solutions we can use to manage our stress? By the end of this discussion, I hope we will have a better understanding of how to identify stress in our life and how we can take proactive steps to handle it better. After all, managing stress is not just about avoiding it, but learning to navigate it in a way that keeps us healthy and balanced. Every people are overloaded with work or they are feeling stress. People feel that if they are overloaded or overburdened with work, they are feeling stress. No, it's not like that. Every people in every field are feeling stress. For example, coming to a student, students are also feeling lot of stress while completing their work assignment, projects. Teachers are also feeling lot of stress while delivering their lecture or preparing for examination questions. Example like a doctors are also feeling lot of stress while performing some critical surgery. So we can't even say that if a person is working in an organization, they are only overloaded with work or they are in a stress. Every individual more or less affected by stress. This is not only affect any individual, it affect whole of the environment, whether it is a family member, partner, colleague. All the people who are surrounded by them are affected with stress. Stress is not about to understand its reason, but it's important to understand the problem of stress, how to overcome with this stress, what are the solutions we can use in our daily life to reduce the effect of stress, because more or less it will directly or indirectly affect our health as well as our mental and inner peace. That's why we have to manage stress. Nowadays, we have seen a lot of stress problem in our youth. Student preparing for different type of competitive exams feel academic pressure, and if they don't crack these exams, they are feeling too much of stress that how they will face their family member or society. That is the one of the main reason that nowadays people are committing suicide. Then social challenges are also faced by our youth as our society is changing so fast. So it challenges our youth. Future uncertainty. So students are very much concerned about their future. So they are trying to follow their new ideas to fulfill their future needs. Family pressures are also, parents' expectations are also. So these all affect our youth. It is important for us to understand stress and minimize its effect. Before coming to my topic, I want to give some idea like if a parent is facing some type of stress in his workplace, when he return back from his or office, his behavior can be reflected in his activity, or it can affect the entire family member. So my first slide will give a brief discussion like a balance. Whether you are overloaded or overburdened, a balance must be important. You have to balance your family life as well as your work. Then only you can perform your task better, you can feel free to live your life. So, proper management of stress is important because it affects directly to our health. So, now coming to my first slide. What is stress? Stress can be defined as any type of change that causes our physical, emotional, or mental strain. Stress is our body response that varies from person to person. It can be sometime few for some person, but it can be more for other also. We can respond to the stress, however, making a big difference to our overall mental as well as physical well-being. Now, stress not only affect our body, it affects our body, mind, behavior, and emotion in different ways. First, coming to our body, headache, muscular tension, fatigue, skin irritation, breathlessness. These all are the different type of the effects we can see due to stress in our body. Our mind also feel stress. We have different types of negativity. We have nightmares. We have an ability to concentrate. So stress also affect our mind. Whenever we are stressful, it is shown in our behavior. Like we will feel restlessness, we may come to smoking, we may have a overeating or undereating, we may come across accidents. So these all are the changes due to stress in our behavior. Emotionally also we can deal, like we have loss of confidence, we have depression issues, anger issues, irritability, and many more. So stress overall affects our mind, body, as well as emotion and behavior too. How does stress affects body? Stress affect our entire immune system, as our body is an autonomic nervous system, control our heart rate, breathing, vision, change, and many more. Built-in stress response, the fight or flight response, helps our body face stressful situation. We may develop stress symptoms that are physical, psychological, or behavioral. How stress affect the body? Different parts of our body are affected by the stress. Immune system weak when we are overburdened, overloaded with stress. It also lead to the reduced concentration. Coming to our first point, head. Our body respond stress when head head form, maybe have lots of tension and headaches. Then we have next heart. Stress affects our heart, increase our blood pressure, fast heartbeat, and many more. Muscles are also affected as they contract and ready for actions. Skin irritation, blushing, sweating, these all are the effects on our head, heart, muscles, and skin. Our sensory organs respond to the stress in the different way. When our eyes diluted see more, our mouth become dry. Lungs start swallow, yeah, breathing fast. Stomach also feel indigestion and nausea and digestion inhibited. Stress affect our whole body. No any part is untouched with that. Different types of the symptoms we can see in our body when we are struck by stress. The physical symptom that we can see in anyone, like pains, headache, chest pain, high blood pressure, muscles tension, contraction, weak immune system, these all are the physical system that are visible to any person when they are overburdened or overloaded with stress. Coming to our next point, next symptom is psychological symptom. Psychological symptoms include anxiety, depression, panic attacks, sadness, and irritability. Then we have behavioral symptoms. It reflects in our behavior, such as we may start overeating or developing an eating disorder, gambling disorder, smoking, as well as we can start intake of alcohol also. So it's important to identify the causes of the stress. It's isn't it as straightforward as it sounds. While it's easy to identify major stressors such as when we are changing job, moving, or going through any major issues, we are constantly worried about the work deadline, but the actual work demand is causing the stress. So it's all too easy to overlook how our thought, feeling, and behavior contribute to our everyday stress level. It is important to identify causes of the stress. Then only we can overcome with that. Then only we can reduce its effect. To identify what's stressing you out, look closely at your habit, your attitude. If you don't change your habit or attitude towards the problem, then you will surely fall in stress. Can we blame our stress on other people or outside event, or view it entirely as a normal or an exceptional? until we accept really responsibility for the role we playing in creating or maintaining it. Our stress level will remain outside our control. We have identified stress causes. Now, coming to my next point, types of stress. Basically, we have three main type of stress: acute stress, episodic acute stress, and chronic stress. Acute stress are the short term stress that can come and go. These all are the positive or the negative also. We can come across these stress in our daily life, like a traffic jam, loud noise, running late, or losing some essential item. Everyone experience acute stress from time to time. Then the next we have episodic acute stress. It is when we experience the acute stress regularly. Episodic stress frequently affect people working in certain professions like healthcare providers. For example, if a boss is unhappy with you, there may be the chances that he will fire you. So these all are the some episodic acute stress that may leads to the can interfere with the ability to function normal of an organization. Then we have chronic stress. Chronic stress is a long term stress that can goes on for a week or even for the month. It can be like transition into the new stage of the life, or dealing with the illness or toxic family environment. We can experience chronic stress due to marriage trouble issues at work or financial problem. It's important to find ways to manage chronic stress because it can lead to health issues or some serious health problems. Now we have next point, stress versus anxiety. Sometimes we can feel stress and anxiety also, but we can't even differentiate between that. So here is the point from where we can easily differentiate our state, whether we are in a stress or we are in a anxiety. Stress, a physical and emotional response to a challenging situation such as school, work, or the difficult relationship. Stressor can be short term or long term, and the people usually feel better once the stressor is removed. Stress can cause mental as well as physical symptoms like irritability, anger, muscle pain, and difficulty in sleeping. On the other hand, anxiety is a feeling of unease, worry, or the fear that can be mild to even severe also. Anxiety is often present even when there is a no identifier stressor, and it can be a stress reaction. Anxiety can cause excessive worries that don't go away even after the sources of anxiety is eliminated. It can affect our health and increase our risk of developing a mental illness. Stress can sometimes be mistaken for anxiety. Experiencing a great deal of stress can contribute to feeling of anxiety. Experiencing anxiety can make it more difficult to cope with stress and may contribute to other illness, including increased depression, susceptibility to illness, and digestive problem. Stress and anxiety both contribute to the nervousness, worry, poor sleep, high blood pressure, tensions, and excess worry. Now, after identifying the stress and reasons of stress, now we have what is stress management. Stress management. Managing stress is one of the most important so that we can reduce the effect of stress. We can find the solution for the management of the stress. Managing stress is all about taking charge of our thought, emotion, schedule environment, and the way we deal with problems. The ultimate goal is a balanced life with time for work, relationship, relaxation, and fun under pressure and meet challenges head on. Stress management includes various tools, strategies, or the techniques we can use to reduce its negative impact on our mental as well as physical well being. A variety of techniques we can use to manage our stress level. These may include mental, emotional, and behavioral strategies. When stress management is used regularly in response to the stressful life event, we can optimize our well being. It may seem like there is a nothing we can do about stress and it's a no way to avoid it, but we can de-stress completely when it hits. The bill won't stop coming. There will never be more hours in a day, and our work and family responsibility will always be demanding. But it's our duty, it's our role to manage our task in a balanced way. The simple realization is we are in control of our lives and the foundation of stress management. We can use various techniques to cope with the stress. Stressful things in our life can be overcome by managing in a proper way. We can reduce the overall stress level and avoid the unnecessary stressor in our life or deal with the stress at the moment. We have different causes of the stress. Major causes of the stress we can deal one by one. Occupational demand. Nowadays, occupations demands are too much, and people are trying to fulfill that. Then we have rotating work shift. Everyone know that corporate world rotates their shifts. So people must adapt that work shift behavior in order to reduce the amount of stress. Then we have career concern. Every individual is nowadays trying to focus on their career. So they trying to work hard so that perform their task in a better and effective way to fulfill their career needs. Role ambiguity, when there is a not clarity in the job, or if there is a not certainty or predictability in the job role, it can occur when the employee doesn't have a proper job description, or they don't know what to do and what not to do. So this may give stress to the employee. Role conflict, sometimes person is expected to fulfill roles, or when the demand of one role clash with the demand of the other role. For example, if a boss may be in a position to fire his close friend who is an employee, these all are the stress of a role conflict. Work overload, interpersonal conflict, poor working condition, and many more are the causes of the stress. On the other hand, we can manage stress. The different causes of the stress we can manage by time. The most important by time management. We can manage our stress by exercise, yoga, meditation, by involving us in different nature activity, listening to music, laughing, and many more. We have to practice 4 A's of stress management in order to reduce its effect. There are many healthy ways to reduce the stress or cope with its effect, but they all require change. We can either change the situation or we can change our reaction. When deciding which option is okay, we have to follow 4 A's of stress management. We have to avoid the situation, we have to accept the situation, we have to alter it, and we can adapt to the situation. The different A's of the stress is important to manage. One by one, we will discuss each A's of stress management. First, we have avoid unnecessarily stress. Not all stress can be avoided. It's not healthy to avoid a situation that need to be addressed. Sometimes number of stressor in our life we can eliminate. Learn how to say no, know your limit and stick to them. Whether it's your personal or professional life, taking on more than you can handle is a surefire recipe for avoiding stress. Avoid people who stress you out. If someone is constantly cause stress in your life, try to limit the amount of the time you spend with them, or you can even end that relationship. Take a control of your environment. If your evening news makes you anxious, turn off your TV. Go for a walk. If going to a market is an unpleasant, then do your grocery shopping online. Analyze your schedule, responsibility, and daily tasks. If you have got too much on your plate, distinguish between the shoulds and the musts. Next, we have alter the situation. If you can't avoid a stressful situation, try to alter it. Often, this involves changing the way you communicate and operate in your daily life. Express your feeling instead of bottling them up. If someone or something is bothering you, try to open and communicate with them respectfully. If you don't voice your feeling, resentment will build and the stress will increase. Be more assertive. Don't take a backseat in your life. Find a balance. All work and no play is a recipe for burnout. Try to find a balance in your life. Try to find a balance between your work and family, social activity, so that you can avoid stress. Adapt to the stressor. If you can't change the stressor, change yourself. You can adapt to the stressful situation and you can regain your sense of control by changing your expectation and attitude. Reframe your problem. Try to view the stressful situation from a positive perspective. Adjust your standard. Perfectionism is a major source of avoidable stress. Stop setting yourself for the failure by demanding perfection. When stress is getting you down, take a moment to reflect on all the things you appreciate in your life, including your own positive quality and gifts. Accept the thing you can't change. Some sources of the stress are unavoidable. You can't prevent or change that stressor, such as the death of a loved one, a serious illness, or a natural recession. In such cases, the best way to cope with the stress is to accept the things as they are. Acceptance may be difficult, but in the long run, it's easier than railing against a situation you can't change. Learn to forgive. Accept the fact we live in an imperfect world and that the people make mistakes. Let go of your anger and resentment. Share your feeling, experience. There is nothing you can do to alter the stressful situation. Talk to your trusted friend and make an appointment with a therapist. Now, we have seen lot of the A's of the stress like avoid, alter, adapt, and accept. Now we have tips for reducing stress. Every day we are facing lot of stress, but how to deal with it, how to overcome with it, how to overcome with the effect of the stress, or we can reduce the amount of the stress one by one. I will discuss with you. Move more during your day. When you are stressed out, the last thing you probably feel like getting it up and exercise. But the physical activity is a huge stress reliever. You can't, physical activity is a huge stress reliever, and you don't have to be an athlete or spend hours in a gym to experience the benefit. While you will be get the more benefit by exercising regularly, at least for a 30 minute, that will give you some relax in your daily life. Some easy way to incorporate exercises in our daily schedules as put on some music and dance around. Take your dog for a walk or cycle to the grocery store. Pair up with your partner and exercise. Encourage each of other. Park your car in the farthest spot in the lot and walk the rest of the way. Use the stairs at home or the work rather than an elevator. These all are the some daily activities you can include that will help to reduce your stress level. Learn to manage your time better. As we all know, time is one of the most important. Poor time management is the reason for our stress. Poor time management can cause a lot of stress. When you are stretched too thin and running behind, it's hard to stay calm and focused. It's important to prioritize your task. Make a list of the tasks you have to do first. Then, in order of the importance, according to that, plan your task and complete your task on your daily basis. And the rest of your day, you will be pleasant as a result. Break your project in small steps, delegate responsibility. You don't have to do it by all yourself, whether at home, school, or on the job. If the other person can take care of the task, why not let them? Let go of the desire to control or oversee every little step. You will be letting go of unnecessary stress in the process. Don't overcommit yourself. Avoid scheduling things back to back or trying to fit too much into one day. Try to limit yourself and manage it in a proper way. We underestimate how long things will take, but we have to manage it in our preferred time schedule. Reach out and connect to the people who make you feel good. There is nothing more calming than spending quality time with the other human being who make you feel safe and understood. In fact, it's a nature or the natural stress reliever. As a bonus, it also helps to stave off depression and anxiety. So make it a point to connect regularly in a person with family and friends. Of course, you may not always have someone close by to lean on when you feel overwhelmed by stress, but by building and maintaining a network of close friends, you can improve your resiliency to life stressor. Keep it in the mind that the people you talk to don't have to able to fix your stress. They simply need to be a good listener and try not to let them worry about looking weak or being burdened. Keep your from opening up. The people who care about you will be flattered by your trust. It will only strengthen your bond. Make time for fun and relaxation. Beyond a take charge approach and positive attitude, you can reduce your stress in your life by craving out me time. It's important to understand your time. It's important to make you feel comfortable. Nurturing yourself is a necessity, not a luxury. If you regularly make time for your fun and relaxation, you will be in a better place to handle your life stress. Try to fix some leisure time, include rest and relaxation in your daily schedule. Do something you enjoy every day. Make time for your leisure activity that brings you joy. Keep your sense of humor. This includes the ability to laugh at yourself. The act of laughing helps your body fight stress in several ways. Take up a relaxation practice. As you learn and practice these things, your stress level will decrease and your mind and body will be in a calm and relaxed state. Now, we have to maintain a balance with a healthy lifestyle. In addition to the regular exercises, other healthy lifestyle choices can increase our resistance to stress. Eat a healthy diet. Well nourished bodies are better prepared to cope with stress. So be mindful what you eat. Start your day right with breakfast and keep your energy up. Your mind clear with balanced, nutritious meal throughout the day. Reduce the amount of the sugar and the caffeine you take in the entire day. By reducing the amount of these coffee, soft drink, chocolate, sugar, snacks in your diet, you will feel more relaxed and you will feel sleep better. Avoid alcohol, cigarettes, drugs. Get an adequate amount of sleep because adequate sleep fuel your mind as well as your body. Feeling tired will increase your stress because it may cause you to think irrationally, reducing the stress at the moment. When you are frazzled by any morning commute, stuck in a stressful meeting at work, or far from other argument with your spouse, you need a way to manage your stress level right now. That's where the quick stress reliefs come in. Of course, not everyone respond to the each sensory experience in the same way. The way to quick stress relief is to experiment and discover the unique sensory experience that work best for you. By viewing your favorite photo, smelling the specific scent, listening to a favorite piece of music, tasting a piece of gum, or having a pet, can quickly make you relax and focus on yourself. Find a distraction. Whenever you feel that stress, due to stress, you are not feeling concentration, try to distract from that type of stress. We can decrease the overthinking, we can decrease our overburden by engaging ourselves in different activities we can enjoy. This may look different for everyone, but some ideas include: try to watch out your favorite movie, try to make a new recipe, try to do your hobbies such as painting, listening music, walking, anything, volunteering with a local organization. It may be hard to start something new when you are overwhelmed by your thought. If finding a distraction feel daunting, try setting aside a small chunks of time, say at least for a 30-minute every day. Try to do this time in a potential distraction or dabble in existing one. Proper distraction is important. Engagement of you in different activity will help us to enjoy our task and reduce the stress. Take a deep breath. The next time you find yourself tossing and turning over your thought, try closing your eyes and breathe deeply. Respiration has a direct effect on our body and mind. Here's the good starter exercises that helps you unwind with your breath. Find a comfortable place. Sit quiet and relax your neck and shoulder. Place one hand over your belly and other over your heart. Slowly inhale and exhale and take a deep breath. Try to do this exercise 3 times a day for at least 5 minutes whenever you have a racing thought. This will surely give you benefit. This will surely release your stress, reduce your stress. Meditation. Develop a regular meditation practice is an evidence backed way to turn your attention inward and clear your mind of nervous chatter. All you need is at least 5 minutes every day in a quiet spot. Close your eyes and just meditate yourself. More than one meditation techniques exist. You can try some of them that make you feel quiet and relax your mind. Eliminate the stress before bed. This is one of the most important. Every time people are overloaded with work and with the same stress level, they go for sleep. But it's not a healthy practice. We have to eliminate the stress before going for bed, at least for 2 hours before sleep. You can meditate yourself or you can practice some gentle yoga, read a book or magazine, or take a bubble bath. Avoid all the electronic screen and over stimulating mental activity 2 hours before bed. These type of changes in your routine before going to the bed makes you feel relaxed and sleep peacefully. And the next we have conclusion. In conclusion, we can say stress management is a multifaceted journey that involves understanding the sources of stress, adopting healthy lifestyle choices, and seeking support when needed. By implementing the strategies discussed in the above slide, we can take up proactive steps towards leading a more balanced and resilient life in the face of life challenges. It's important to know stress, reason of stress, type of stress, and find different ways to manage it in a better way. Stress is a part of our life, but how we manage it determines our overall well being. Always focus on this line. Stress is a part of our life, but how we manage it determine our overall well being. Now, take a key takeaways. What is stress? We have discussed how it affects our body. Different parts of our body are affected by the stress in different ways. Different symptoms we have seen that affects our body, like psychological symptom, behavioral symptom, physical symptoms. These all affect different ways. Different type of stress we have seen, like we have acute stress, chronic stress, episodic acute stress. Then we have learned how to manage this stress in a proper way, how to follow the different ways of the stress management, because managing stress is important. Try to develop the way to avoid stress, alter the stress, and adapt the different situation of the stress. Last but not the least, we have discussed so much points relating to reducing stress, that how we can use yoga, meditation, and different activities we can add in our daily life to reduce the amount of stress, so that we can increase our productivity and efficiency in our daily life. No one is There is no one who is not affected by stress, but the important thing is how we can manage it, how we can reduce its effect, because it directly or indirectly affect our mental as well as physical well-being. So it's important to understand it, to reduce its effect. Nowadays people are committing suicide due to stress, so it's a high time we have to understand the management of stress, because management of stress can only help to reduce it. We must try to meditate every day for at least 5 minutes. Try some yoga or exercise in your daily schedule. Thank you. Over to IGP.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your rich content presentation, which can impact our knowledge seekers surely. After the presentation, I hope our knowledge seekers can learn something new, which was our only intention. Learn and grow together, IGP knowledge seekers. Once again, thank you so much, dear ma'am, for your presentation. Now, ma'am, it's time for our questionnaire session, which is the one more valuable part of our regular webinars. Honorable ma'am, please stay with us. After a short video, we will be back in our session part 2, which is the questionnaire part. Dear IGP knowledge seekers, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After questionnaire, we have webinar certification and online quiz competition. Dear IGP knowledge seekers, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After questionnaire, we have webinar certification and online quiz competition. Dear IGP knowledge seekers, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After questionnaire, we have webinar certification and online quiz competition. Dear IGP knowledge seekers, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After questionnaire, we have webinar certification and online quiz competition. Once again, thank you so much, Honorable Ma'am, for your time in IGP. We have learned a lot from you with new topics. It will add some value to our day to day activity along with our academic and professional growth, Honorable Ma'am. Hope to see you again with a new topic and a new date. Thank you, ma'am. Take care.
Thank you.
Thanks, ma'am. Honorable ma'am, before we move to the next webinar certification process, if you want to leave this studio, you can, ma'am. IGP knowledge seekers,
Can I
it's time
leave?
for the webinar certification process. Yes, ma'am.
Can I leave?
Sure, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. IGP knowledge seekers, it's time for the webinar certification process, the most attractive and powerful part of our regular webinar. After a short video, we will start our webinar certification. After webinar certification, we have an online quiz competition and quiz certification. IGP knowledge seekers, it's time for the webinar certification process, the most attractive and powerful part of our regular webinar. After a short video, we will start our webinar certification. After webinar certification, we have an online quiz competition and quiz certification.
electricity issue, we cannot continue the quiz session. So at the end of our session, we can say properly feed your skill. Never stop learning because life never stops teaching us. Be happy, stay safe. See you again and again. We want your participation in every program. If you want to live a happy life, try to go not people or things Albert Einstein. Before I start, hit the like button. Again, wants to thank all IGP knowledge seeker for your active participation as always. See you again in the next session. Thank you.